EP.28. I'm your host, of course, Flo Rogan. You know the slogan, just because you rhyme doesn't make you an artist. We've got two artists about to jump on the live. Kamron Bahani and Pro Dillinger, of course, he needs no introduction. Both from Rockland County, NY.
Can't see him again.
Can't see me again, eh? Holy shit.
Yeah, as long as you can see us, bro, we good.
Yeah, as long as you can see us, it's cool.
I don't know how that's gonna work out, like with you recording it and shit, though.
Yeah, man. Can you see me now?
Nah, son.
Really?
So let me try from my phone.
I'm not bugging, right, Cam?
Nah, let me try from
Try
my
to
phone.
join the live real
Let me
quick.
see. Yeah.
Thank you for joining, everyone. Some technical difficulties. Pro, are you still doing a lot of IG lives these days? Are you having issues?
I was just on live right before.
Oh no, we're good. We can see him. We can see him. No, you're good. This will record on your end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be good either way, just like this.
All right.
Yeah. I just looked at it.
All right, so bet. Look, if everybody
can you see me on your phone?
Yeah, we can see on the live. Yeah, they can see it. We're good.
Gotta ask the live if they can see all of us.
Yeah. Can you see Flo Rogan and Pro Dillinger and Kamron?
That's the hardest rap name ever.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we can see on the live.
We could, both of us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
on,
man. All right. Let's give it a shot. So thanks for joining. Apologize to everyone. We started a bit late, but you know we got to take care of life, right? So it is what it is. So you know, I want to thank both of you for coming back on the show. I know Pro. We had our interview. It feels like 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago.
It was definitely
a couple months ago. Yeah, it was like an epic 2-hour chop up. I went through your whole catalog. I think I covered like every phase of your career. Yeah, and it was a breakthrough interview for me personally. Honestly, one of my biggest ones. So I appreciate that one, and thank you for coming back on, of course, man. So yeah.
I appreciate you having me, bro. Having my bro Cam up here before too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It means a lot to us.
For sure.
Of course. Yeah. So Cam, he reached out after peeping your interview. He's like, you know, I know Pro. I think you did a great job. And so we built, and then we had our own interview. We had a dope conversation about life, art, mental health, and yeah, man. So here we are. You guys have your new project coming out on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Pardis. Did I say it properly? Pardis.
You said it perfectly, actually.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah, you said it perfectly.
There's a lot of different ethnicities around Toronto, right? So yeah, I'm not surprised I got it, actually. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so yeah, and it was cool because you know Cam started sending me some tracks early, which is an honor. Like two artists of your caliber, you know what I'm saying? And I was just interested from the beginning, even purely on the basis of just mashing up your styles, you know what I'm saying, and seeing how that would turn out. And again, it's also an honor that you guys sent me that thing early. As far as I understand, I might be the only person that's heard it in advance. Is that true?
You actually are, yeah, because the only person that's heard it is our engineer, Cyreg. Wow. So like you're the only person who got it, yeah.
That's fucking dope, man. So yeah, man. So just to get it right, both of you live in Rockland County, NY. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Dope. So you know what? Before we get into the album, you know, I was going through your guys' timelines and seeing some notable things that have happened. I wanted to go through some of the updates, get up to date with you guys, if that's cool.
Of course.
So Cam, I saw you had a song make it to 2K4. Is that right? Or the 2K series? That's
dope. The 2K24. Yeah, it made the song Yoshimitsu off the Annoy project made it on there.
Yeah. So is it in the actual video game, or is it like?
It's in the actual video game. Like, wow. It's cool.
It must be dope. It must be fire playing the game and having your song turn on. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, For me, I don't even into video games like that, but I remember playing when I was a kid. There's certain songs you heard in video games that always stick with you. So it's tapping into that nostalgia a little bit, you know? I thought that was a cool way to play it.
Yeah, for sure. How did you get on 2K4? If you don't mind me asking, is that just a submission or?
No, so I recently started working with a distribution label called Cage Riot Music, and they do sync placements.
Right.
And they submitted it, and they got it,
nice.
And we came to an agreement. And the other ones that we did submit and we got approved for it, we just didn't come to an agreement. So it's integrity over everything.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. So Pro, for you, man, like I went to your whole catalog. I spent many hours preparing for that interview with you. In fact, I don't do 2-hour interviews anymore, man. That like that's but that was an epic one. So in any event, I wanted to catch up on your music because you had released like 2 projects since I peeped your whole catalog. So you had Dirty Work produced by Wino Willie.
Yeah.
By the way, I love the skits on that project, man, about like what is dirty work, and like you got like a business lady talking about different kinds of work. I thought that was really dope, actually.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. And I thought the project closed like super hard, like tracks like Clocked In, Lunch Break, The Supervisor. You definitely finished hard, man. So that was dope. And then I see you had a project called Steiner Brothers, you and Snotty, multiple producers. Is that your guys' first project, full project together?
Yeah, that's our first project together. We've been supposed to come out with it a couple years ago, but you know, Snotty was having some legal troubles. I was going through some stuff personally, so it just never came to fruition. But you know, everything kind of happens at the right time when it's supposed to happen. So I'm glad everything went down the way it did because me and bro, what we did together was very special. You know, we recorded the whole thing together.
Yeah.
It wasn't no email shit. You know what I mean? Like he came, stayed at my crib, and we recorded the whole shit, bro. So it's a very important project to me, and I'm glad that the people received it the way they did. Shout out to my man Vivar in the chat, man. He produced the joint off of there, man. It was one of my favorite joints on the album. Actually, the intro Vivar produced. So shout out to my dad Vivar. Everybody else that produced on the album too. J.R. Swifts, Rob Victim, Goodfella, bunch of guys, man. Shout out to everybody, man.
Dope. Because I went through your Spotify and I saw that you and Snotty had put out like one of the songs in like 2021, right?
Yeah,
tag team champ. So I guess it fell apart when he went away, and then you guys put it back together.
Yeah. He went away like right in the process of us doing the project, so we just put it on hold. And then when he came back home, we started from scratch, and it was better than what we thought it could have been.
Yeah. Was dope. Do you guys think you're going to continue with the wrestling themed projects? I know it's quite a popular thing to do, I think, in the umbrella circles. Is that going to continue?
Yeah, I mean, we're never going to stop making wrestling reference music because that's the era we come from. You know, everybody I know, you know, in my age bracket, we grew up on kung fu movies and wrestling, bro, and cereal and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Saturday morning cartoons, but for me, wrestling really was like important in my youth. So as an adult, I still remain a fan, and that obviously permeates through my music a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to do that probably.
Dope. So I see you had a track also. I think it was featuring you and Sticky Fingers. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's fire. Wanted to ask you, how did that happen, and what did that mean to you to work with a legend like that?
That's a bucket list song for me. Shout to Whiskey Man. He's a producer from the UK that reached out. He asked me if I wanted to be a part of the joint. He's actually the same producer that got me on a song with Crooked Eye. So that was another big deal for me. So shout to Whiskey Man. That's how that whole thing came together. I did the song a while ago. I almost kind of forgot about it, but you know, I got back in contact with bro, and we put the joint out as a Lucy, and it was well received.
Nice. So you have a song with Crooked Eye as well?
Yeah.
I don't think I caught that one, so I might have to go back and look for it. That's
That's
fire.
because he's going under King Crooked right now. He don't go by Crooked Eye no more.
Right. But it's in your Spotify? Like, I could find it in your Spotify?
Yeah, you can find it. It's on there.
Okay. Dope. I'll check it out for sure. So also, just going through your timeline on IG, I saw you recently had a 2.5 cookout event. I'm taking it that was a makeup for the early cancellation of the Cookout 2 event. I'm just guessing. Is that right?
Yeah, you guessed right. Unfortunately, the first event got shut down by the police both days.
Right.
So a lot of dudes didn't get to perform or whatever. But you know, it worked out good because the next event was packed. It was more people there. Like, you know, it wasn't no police there, so that shit went perfect. You know, everybody was showing love. It wasn't no violence or nothing like that night, and everybody went home safe. We all took pictures and drank beers together. It was dope.
So what did you get to do at 2.5 that you didn't do at 2.0? Was it more performances type of things, like making up for that? Is that what it was, or?
Yeah, I definitely had the opportunity to sell more merch. You know, like
right.
That day that we came through with the table to the cookout, the police they came in the building so fast. I like, you know, and it was busy too. Like, I had a long line at my table, and then, like, you know, they came through with that bullshit, and we had to stop real fast and take the table down, and you know. So this time I got a chance to sell more merch, vibe with the fans more, and take more pictures, and chill with some of my favorite artists, and you know, plot on future features, and you know, work together in collaborations with other artists. Like, it was dope, man. I really enjoyed myself, and it was a good chance to see all my brothers together in the same space too. You know, because we all from different states and shit. I've done brother in one building, and that's always very important to me. It makes it worth it.
That's fire. I interviewed Maze for the second time recently, and he told me he was at the 2.0 event, and he said after it closed down, like 10 MCs like went to a nearby studio and recorded a track. Like, there was nothing else to do. Were you on that track?
No,
I forgot what he told.
I don't know what happened. I don't know where I know it was some guys that went to the studio, but I was with a bunch of other guys, and we went out and we just had fun the rest of that night. We partied and shit.
Right.
The whole night.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm from Toronto. Obviously, couldn't make it, but I from what I caught, 1,000 Words organized the 2.0 event, and yourself as well. Were you involved in organizing the event, or?
No, that's all 1,000 and my man Ricky Gray. Shout to Ricky Gray. You follow him on at Ricky Gray IG. That's my man right there. He helped organize both of those events, and look forward to him doing more stuff like that in the future with 1,000. You know.
Yeah. Can you let everyone know? I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with him, but for those that aren't, who is 1,000 Words to the scene? Can you let everyone know, if you don't mind?
He's a very important person to the scene, bro. He documents the culture, bro, through Polaroids. You know, that's why his name is 1,000 Words, obviously, you know. But besides all of that, he's a good dude that genuinely cares about artists and what happens to them. He's not part of any system, so nobody could tell him what to do. We're very similar in that sense.
Nice.
And he moves like that, bro. He moves like that. And that's how it gotta be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's too many people that are being held back by a system. You know, I like to operate freely, and I like to work with other people that operate freely with absolute impunity. You know what I mean?
Can we expand on that, if you don't mind? Like, what do you mean system? Like a label, or just like has like ties to certain other artists and like loyalties, or like what?
Yeah,
what do we mean
like
by
that?
that?
I don't work with people that are tied down by any type of systems or allegiances or anything of that nature. I work with good people that do what the fuck they want to do. Yeah. Because that's what I do.
It's funny, like
this guy, you know, like this. So a big reason why Pardis is a thing is because Cam is very similar in nature to that as well. Like, he don't work within nobody's system. He do what he want to do. You know what I mean? He built his fan base organically. You know what I mean? Like none of this shit is fake. So when the idea of the project came into play, it was intriguing to me because I'm like, damn, you know, like this dude really you know, like if it's when I meet other artists like myself that move in their own system, it's intriguing to me. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's always good to build with people like that because they might know some shit you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, I'm doing this solo. I don't even socialize with that many MCs these days, and I have no allegiances to anyone. I just like finding who's dope, whatever city or state. You know, I'm not just gonna talk to Toronto people. In fact, I talk to more people outside of Toronto. You know, I like doing what I like. You know what I mean? So
you operate in your own system by your own parameters. You do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how it's supposed to be, bro.
Yeah. You know, I might interview a pro Dillinger and then I might interview a Kamron, right? Two completely different styles. But the cool thing is, here you guys are together. That's what's dope, you know? So yeah.
Two completely different styles came together to create damn near a perfect piece of art. Like, for me, I know Cam felt the same way, you know what I mean? Like, I never could have imagined that this shit would have been as good as it came out. And I'm not hyping it.
No, really. It's no. I mean, even you. I remember you were kind of concerned in the beginning. You were like, "How's this gonna work?" and Pro said something to me one time, and he, you know, what were you saying? You were saying your music feels like sometimes it might be to the hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, so Pro was saying one time that his music might be for the hopeless, and I felt like after he said that to me, it kind of made me think about my demographic, and it's that I make music for the hopelessly hopeful. You feel me?
Well,
I feel like that's a good balance. That's like that best balance you can have. You know what I mean?
I love your content. It stands out. I like to talk. Like, I told you guys this before. I only listen to hip hop, other than like when I'm in my car with my wife listening to soft rock. I don't listen to anything else. So within hip hop, I need to hear every spectrum of message and sound. I go to hip hop for that. I don't go to other music for that. And that's why I need to hear a Pro Dillinger and a Kamron and everyone else. That's why I don't talk to the same style of artist. I switch it up every interview because, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, with us, the reason why I wanted to work with Pro so badly is because we did Face together on Melodies for the Melancholy, and it came out dope. He got it back to me quick. It was easy to work with, but when he sent me back that verse, I started getting more and more into his content, and I started becoming like, this dude's like my favorite rapper right now, you know? So everything you can hear authenticity, and the fact that I'm working with an artist who's authentic.
Yeah.
And when I say, like, when he told me one time, he was like, I make music for the hopeless, it's because we both make music for people for the shit that we've been through.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what makes us. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us project different. Everything was a feeling, and he taught me that. Like, don't calculate shit. Just feel it.
Just do it.
Just do this shit. And like, we both grew in our own way from doing a project together. Two different worlds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Building the solar system a little bit. It's kind of crazy.
So I wanted to get into what I like about your guys' music, and then we'll kind of move on to the project, if that's cool.
Yeah,
you know, I'm pretty analytical with this shit. So Kamron, like, you got simple word combinations, but you got the new school flows, and you got flows for days. The shit is easy to get into, and actually, what you do with your vocals, you might be my most dynamic guest in terms of what you can do on different types of beats and ranges and melodies. To be honest with you,
I'm
being honest, man. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy to hear. Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. And you rap about shit. You can walk away with something, wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, I can't keep up with the amount of music people send me, which is actually a blessing for me. But you know, a lot of people rapping in code and not saying shit, you know what I'm saying? But I can listen to your music and walk away with something, you know what I'm saying? And trust that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Thank you.
So you rap about women, relationships, success, depression, overcoming shit, you know what I'm saying? So all constructive shit. And then and while we're on the topic, I think so you're gonna gain some new fans, I believe, with this project. I think that's your goal, right? Do you wanna let people know, those tuning in, about your voice, and just so they know kind of what to expect sometimes, and
Yeah, so my voice is really raspy. Sometimes when I go in the studio and I record, me and Pro recorded this project in the same studio. Like sometimes my vocal is just that rasp. But one thing that, you know, like even when I was thinking about it over the project, I'm like, damn, my voice sounds so raspy in some of these tracks. But what Pro, like, I'm gonna be authentic to me. And I'm not, and some people love the voice, you know, and some people aren't gonna like it. But the people that are meant to like it, I'm cool with. That's my camp. I don't want to blow up like crazy off rap. I'm good where I'm at. I just do this shit type of way about it, happy about it, but get them inspired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my goal. So if people don't like it, it is what it is. But I just got to stay true to me. It'll pay off.
I just think it's something people are going to ask you about, so I might as well put it out there. I mess with your voice, and we've had conversations about it. I just thought it was a good topic. Do you ever have do you ever arrive at the studio and ever have challenges recording, or you can always record, or like do you ever have any challenges where it's like you can't record ever, or?
I was like, you need to chill out with your voice, but only one time. Usually when I go to the studio, I can record, but sometimes my vocal inflections will sound better than other times, and it's just, that's the challenge of it. But over time, I think it's gonna start to slowly adjust. I've been drinking green tea and shit and gargling a lot of salt water. We'll see.
Yeah. So over to Dillinger, like what I like about your music, like bar for bar, your rapping is very down to earth. You come from a grimy place, you know, with what you're saying, and you stand on who you are. I think that's why people love you. You know what I mean? Your fans love you. You got in-your-face punchlines, and you pretty much impose yourself on all beats, man. Like you own any beat you jump on, you own it, man. So that's what I like about both of your styles. So wanted to get back to how you guys connected. Like, how did you guys connect? Like, how long have you guys known each other?
So, like, I've known of Pro. We used to record at this dude's place, shout out Big Veg, when I was like 17. You know what I mean? So let's go 16, 17. So I remember this guy, Big Veg, would always tell me, like, you should link with Pro Dillinger. And I was like, I don't know him. And I was like an arrogant 17-year-old. Sometimes when you're at that stage in your life, you're competitive. You don't want to give people their flowers. You know, you have to grow into them. So afterwards, I saw him on my Explore page. I'm like, wait, I've heard of Pro Dillinger. And then I got into his stuff. I saw him on Top Shelf Premium on that freestyle. I said, holy shit. And I had to get it. I had to do it, bro. So I got one track, and then was it a year later? I hit you up. I said, let's do an EP together. I said, I'm building some good traction. You're building some good traction. We're both from the same place, you know, different town, same county, you know, but like we're both from here. And I can say with complete confidence, this is the best collaborative project to ever come out of where we're from, without a doubt. One of the best projects. But
can you throw out some other names that are like really doing shit in Rockland? Any other names you could throw out there?
Let me see. I'm not trying to diss nobody. No, Stephen Colangelo, Lil Steve-O. I love Lil Steve-O. Because Lil Steve-O's been working really hard for like 15, 20 years. I got to give him his flowers. He doesn't quit. He keeps going. And I think that always pays off. I think that's really impressive.
Be singing?
Yeah, he's fire.
Who's dude?
Sheila Carlito, but he goes by a new name now. It's just Andy with 2 A's, so Aandy. Fire, super talented, crazy R&B songwriter. Chuck XL is fire. Alan E is fire. But that's like people Oh, I love Richie Ratchet. Richie Ratchet is fire. Shadi.
Blaquito.
Blaquito's fire. Shadi.
There's a bunch of guys like that's doing their shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's dope. It sounds like you guys are like going to be on the forefront with this project. It sounds like it by the sounds of it.
That's the goal, you know. That's the plan, is to elevate both of our fan bases and kind of do like an exchange of, you know, like a cross brand thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Cam said, you know, like when he reached out for the first joint that we did together, it's called Face. It was just a one-off, you know what I mean? But it made sense because I'm like, his fan base good, my fan base good. Maybe we trying to like exchange fans. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Because I feel like the underground, like in the space I'm in, it's is very limited. It's like a little bubble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My man was telling me the other day, he's like, there's 8 billion people in the world, bro. He's like, there's people that will love your shit. They just haven't heard it. They don't know how to access it. They don't know how to get to it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to think of new ways to get my sound and my brand to more new ears. You know what I'm saying? And Cam, you know, who's already, you know, he's got a sound that could be listened to anywhere in the world. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this guy, like, he's like super talented and could do whatever style, he got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in his heart, he's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, in his heart, like, he really respect the game, and which is another reason why I chose to do the project with him. So it's like he want to be respected and appreciated as a rapper and an artist.
Yeah.
And I want to try to bring new fans to the underground. Did I say that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I you know, you guys, again, you did me the honor of sending me the album in advance. I spun it like 10 times. I think it's gonna do what you guys hope it will do personally. And the shit is fire. So I'm looking forward to what Friday looks like for you guys, and you know, and beyond that. So yeah, man.
Yo, and you know what? And it elevated both of our games, you know, because we didn't do no email shit. Like Cam was booking sessions. I was pulling up, and he was like, "All right, dude, we got an hour," and I'm like, "All right." You know what I'm saying? So I just start writing, boom, boom, boom. And I never, like, you can ask this dude. I don't record at nobody's house. I don't go to nobody's studio. Like, I record myself. I'm very, like, weary about that shit. But he do private sessions and shit. I pull up, you know what I mean? And like, I write right there on the spot. Boom. You know what I mean? And
that's it.
He's doing the same shit, or he got something already, like a skeleton or something in his head. Like, where he just... You know what I'm saying? His mind worked real fast. So it kind of pushed me to push my pen. You know what I mean? And at the same time, he know, like, how I get down. So it kind of, he had to push his pen too, you know?
That was one thing. That was one thing about this project. Like, I don't work with artists who don't challenge me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I did the project with Annoyed, top tier lyricist, you know, whatever. I kept up with him, did all I could, you know, and I did pretty well on that project.
Yeah.
And it's not even, but this is different because this wasn't competitive. Me and Pro linked. It was just a vibe. This is like family right here, kind of. This is like, it was, let's use my dynamic and let's use your dynamic and see what dynamics we can make. You know what I mean? What can we do together?
I feel like being able to write on the spot is like confirmation that you're a real artist, that you could do it on the spot instead of like spending a couple days, you know what I mean? Like, you could just tap into it, you know what I mean?
100%.
That's but that's where the real shit is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, the real shit is like when you right there on the spot. That's when it's like, all right. That's when it comes out. Like, if you got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in studios with dudes, right, where I get put on the spot, and then there's other dudes in there, and other dudes, these dudes will freeze up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen it. You know, with my own eyes, mad times, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time I came through, you know, and I wrote some shit, right? I write my shit, and Cam know I write my shit, and I'll just get up, and I'll be like, come on, y'all ready? And I'll just go right in the booth, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I come out, like, he don't look like a deer in headlights. He'd be like, dude, that was crazy. And then he'll go right in and do like the hook, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, So he's not like intimidated by what I do. You know what I'm saying? He accepts the challenge, and at the same time challenging me to be a better artist. You know, and that's what I got out the project the most. You know what I mean? And anytime we made a move, like anytime we made a move or before we made a move, we'll go to dinner.
Yep, it's at Pardis.
At Pardis. You know what I'm saying? Pardis is the name of the restaurant where we have our little meetings and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's kind of like how we came up with the concept for the album.
No, he came up with that. That was not, I'll be
honest. I'll be honest. When I first saw the cover, I didn't know the background. I was like, so I see this dinner spread. I'm like, that's interesting. I'm like, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but then when I saw your promo and like the 5 courses and the champagne the glasses, I was like, okay, I fuck with this. And then when I heard it and you hear the ambiance in the restaurant, I thought that was really good, man. I thought that was really cool. So yeah.
Right, because up to that point, we were just making songs, bro. So that night, we had left the restaurant. Me, him, and our engineer. We left the restaurant. We all full. We in the car just talking shit. Yeah. And then we were gonna call it dinner at Pardis at first. Remember? Dinner. And that would have been fire too. But we just called it Pardis. You know what I'm saying? And right there in the car, we listened to the songs. In my head, real quick, me and Kim, we sequenced them. I wrote it in my phone.
You did that.
Right.
All right, so we sat in the car. I sequenced the songs. Yeah. And then I thought of the names. Yeah. And I was like, all right, let's name all of this shit like food, but do it like a 3-course meal, you know, like a 5-course meal.
Did you name the tracks after shit you actually ate?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then it's the same shit we eat all the time. Right. Every time we go there, we get the same shit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So those was the names. We start off with the pita and wine. Then we go to the gourmet sabzi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the fucking cello kebabs come out with the saffron rice.
Pro's going through the track list right now.
Yeah, and then at the end, it's either rosewater ice cream or saffron ice cream.
It's either one. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in between, we drinking Cabernet the whole time, getting drunk, toasting and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So that's
what? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that was just the vibe of the project. And the last time we went to dinner, I told Cam, I said, yo, the whole time we eating, just leave your phone recording us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah, bro. We'll take the skits from that.
He's like a director. He directed it. He was the director of the project.
That's dope.
One more thing I wanted to just say real quick. So on Spotify, like when people go on there, Apple Music or something like that, on some of them, on the original album cover, it says Pardis, a 5-course dining experience.
Okay.
So Apple Music didn't allow that on the cover. So instead, we changed the title to Pardis to Pardis, a 5-course dining experience.
Right.
So just so people know.
All right. Noted. What kind of restaurant is that? Did you mention that? Did you guys?
Persian.
It's Persian.
Persian. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Persian.
Nice.
Yeah, Persian. Yeah.
We got a lot of Persians in Toronto, man. Big communities. So,
Toronto is crazy.
There you go. I was telling Cam, my high school was mostly Russians, Canadians, and Persians. So
Persian.
So all right. So Cam, you told me that Pro's like a mentor to you, right? You've told me that, right?
Oh yeah.
What have you learned from Pro? Can you give us a few things?
A lot, but I think to put it all in one thing is how to sharpen my sword.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like in terms of delivery, in terms of not thinking too much about it, because sure, if you want to be an artist, there's things to think about, but it shouldn't consume you. You should let the art consume you.
That's the main shit I be telling you.
Yeah, like I learned that. So like even on these ones, these verses were all in the process of learning that, which is why like when I did them, it's why I think it's some of the best verses I ever did, because I just felt them. I was comfortable where I was at, and he taught me that. And before that, even on my other projects, I I always sounded good, but I never sounded completely authentic. Now I feel like I'm at that point in my career where I know exactly what I am. I know exactly what I can do. I know my capabilities. And he helped me enhance that and kind of be more cognizant of it, you know?
So are you saying on your M4TM album, you didn't, because that's what the album was called, right? It was...
Yeah, Melodies for the Melancholy. Well, Melodies for the Melancholy, I think, was different because this was the time of my life where I was content with where I was.
Right.
Sometimes when I get depressed and I make an album, my shit sounds really good. Just because that's the only thing I look forward to in a day, you know? So it was probably different energies, but yeah. Like this one, though, was just, I was confident and comfortable. And I felt good.
You sounded very comfortable on the mic to me. So yeah.
He was, man. It's like he was playing with different flows and like going in and out of shit, and I'm like, damn, this is kind of like I'm not gonna say masterclass, but he was like really like putting on the show, bro. Like I was like, all right, you know what I mean? Like he's good.
Absolutely.
He's good.
Yeah.
It's really like ain't nothing else to say.
Yeah.
So even though Pro makes a different style of music, you found his input highly applicable to what you're doing?
Yeah, because at my core, like you said, I am a rapper, you know, but I'm a rapper that likes expounding on things and testing different styles because all my influences vary so much. I wasn't scared to play or experiment with music.
Nice. So again, you guys mentioned you're both from Rockland. I actually wanted to ask you, just to get a sense of it, what's it like hanging with Pro in Rockland? Like, is Pro recognized everywhere at this point? Because Pro, last time we spoke, you were telling me you're starting to enter rooms where people know your name, and that was like a newer thing for you. But
you want to know? I'm gonna handle this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't bring Cam with me to like hang out places because where I'm from, in the part of town I'm from, I don't be hanging out and shit.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Probably nobody should be hanging out. But so when I link with Cam, we always in like a away from here. We don't chill in Rockland.
Yeah. Gotcha.
We be out. You know what I'm saying? We go places where people don't know us. You know what I mean? When we here in a common area, you know, especially this place where my studio is located, a lot of people know me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And how?
Go ahead, bro.
I apologize. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, you know, that could be an advantage or a disadvantage. I find it to be a disadvantage.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you're adjusting to it because I imagine it's only increasing over time. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, bro. I be telling people this all the time, like, you know, like close friends of mine. When it gets overwhelming, you know, I just kind of have to remind myself that I prayed for this shit for mad years. You know what I'm saying? I prayed just for people to hear my shit on a larger scale. And now that it's happening, it can be overwhelming at times, but I just remind myself that I'm lucky that I get to do what I'm doing and be compensated for what I'm doing and get the opportunity to work with young talent like Cam, you know, and try to help and guide these younger artists into different things, you know, and then shit, for all I know, I might parlay this into some type of after rap career, you know what I'm saying? Helping younger artists come with music, but at the same time discovering different chambers myself and making myself a better artist, you know?
Yeah. I feel like to me, in my perception, you're like a hub in this underground rap shit. Like, to me, all roads lead to Pro Dillinger. I don't know. Whatever artists I'm looking at, something always leads back to Umbrella and Pro Dillinger, man. I feel like you're a hub in this shit, so it makes sense.
That was the goal initially, you know, when we created the Umbrella, we wanted it to be like a cancer, like something that is just like spreads so fast that it's seen everywhere, you know, you can't get rid of it fast enough, you know? That was the goal. What I'm doing with Cam is further trying to spread that brand, you know what I mean, to new and different ears, and take what we do and bring it to different places and different heights artistically.
So back to the project Pardis. It's a pretty quick listen, 12 minutes, 5 tracks. I'll just say that the beats are undeniable, bro. Like, even if your fans are going to hear you over some different, like, I'll call it more commercial production, for lack of a better word. The beats are undeniable. The hooks are fire. Like, I'm 42. I don't nod my head like to all rap music I listen to, but when I listened to this album, I was steady like nodding my head, man, to the beats and the hooks, man, and the verses. To be honest, bro.
Cam curated all them beats, bro.
Yeah. So
he curated the whole soundscape. I basically, every time I pulled up, he was like, "Hey man, I got this joint I thought you would sound good on," and then boom, he would just put it on, and I'm like, "All right." Wow. You know what I'm saying? And I would never question it, because I'm like, if you think I'll sound good on it, I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying?
It's all different producers, I guess?
No. There's only 2 producers on there. There's Cyree, which is our engineer who made Cello Kebab.
Oh, wow.
And then the other 4 are this kid beats in my backpack, Derek. He's from South Carolina.
Right,
He's a good dude. I've been working with him for years.
So back to your guys' styles. Like, I like the contrast on it. I think the contrast adds character. I feel like, Pro, you're bringing this like MOP type of energy. You know, like, not MOP, but you know what I'm saying. That's what you bring to the table. Is there any difference in approach to rapping on these beats for you, or is it just the same shit for you? You're just applying yourself.
Yeah, I was just trying to flow bend. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to do what I do, but how, you know, in the same arena of what Cam did. For me, right? And I talked to him about this. Like, when I get on songs with dudes, I don't be on there trying to like kill nobody. I don't be like, yeah, I'm gonna get on. You know, like, I'm not looking to have the best verse. I'm looking to make the best song.
Yeah.
So I want whatever I'm doing to blend with what you're doing, so that it becomes a what are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the way.
Dope. Yeah.
So that's the approach that I took. You know, I made sure that I was staying me, right?
Yeah.
Because why would I change? I'm not gonna change what I do, because that's what he wanted on the project. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I brought my energy and the things that I do, but with a twist, to cater to what he does, and vice versa type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
From the outside in, I think you went a little easier on the wordplay, but more about the rhythm, a little bit more about the rhythm for the song's sake. Is that a fair? Would you agree with that? That's a fair
assessment. Like, I wanted to just make sure that everything was like one continuous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want it to be too wordy, because I want it to appeal to more ears.
Yeah. And it's very easy to get into, and you when you jump on the track, it's just the dynamic shift is cool, man, and it works. It's dope. Man. It's dope.
Here go another. Let me piggyback off that, right? Cam, the way he plays with the flows, you know what I'm saying? He's very wordy. So now we're going back to balance.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I rap like Cam rap, it would be too much for the listener. It would just like a sensory overload.
Yeah.
He's the music.
Well, I think that's what Cam's gift is, though. Some people are just so nimble with the flow. It's so easy for them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't overwhelming for me to listen to from him, but that's his talent. You know, not everyone can rap like that. When I was rapping, I couldn't rap. I could not rap like that. You know
and a lot of dudes, they do the Cam flow, but it just be words put together. Like, it don't be like, this guy thinks about every line before he said, like, everything's connected. So he's not just rapping. If people aren't listening, you might miss that. You know what I mean? Doobie when we rapping. So for me, it was about finding that balance between his style and my style to create something new and exciting and like, I'm not gonna say groundbreaking because everything been done before, but I never seen two artists from where I'm from do something like this.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy. It's two completely different backgrounds, pretty much. Like but that's the beauty of it. It's like,
but
you know, bring the background to the forefront. You feel me? Like
the cool thing is both of you. Oh, go ahead.
Our synergy comes from art.
Oh yeah.
And creating
what
art.
We do and being confident in what we do.
Exactly, bro.
It meshes.
And wanting to elevate our art.
We have to.
That was the purpose of this project.
That's all it was.
How high can we take this?
I think what makes it come together is both of what you're rapping about is very deep rooted in real life. You know what I'm saying? Different aspects of real life, but it's rooted in real life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it come together, I think. So
probably my favorite verse of the year on this project.
Which one? On the closer?
No,
I'm guessing.
Oh, my favorite. It's on the Meter and Wine.
The intro,
That hook was retarded. Is that the one? The wedlock headshot? Was that the one?
No, that's like Gorman Sabzi.
Oh, okay, my bad.
This the one, if I'm being honest, I ain't being modest. That one.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? Whipping in the motherfucking whatchamacallit? That was a fire hook. Yeah, man. So Cam, last we spoke, you weren't that big on video. I see you doing a little bit more video recently. Has anything changed about you and how you feel about video, or at least with this project?
I think the more devoted I am to a project, the more I put content out. You know, like this is different though, because this for me is like, I know this is good, and like if people are gonna fuck with this and people are gonna like it, and it's gonna it don't matter what it does. Everybody's got a different goal. At the end of the day, I just want to make the best shit possible, and that's what I want to be remembered by. And that's it. When I'm gone, you die twice. When you're dead, last time your name's ever said is the second time.
Right.
I don't want that happening. I want to inspire people, bro. I don't put that much effort into it unless I believe in it.
Right.
You know? So, like, I believe in this project, like, a lot.
Yeah.
For sure. That's a good way to put it?
It is.
Yeah, I feel like that was, like, a good way to put it.
So this thing runs 12 minutes. How long did it actually take you to put those 12 minutes together?
We would have had it done probably in 3 weeks, but life got in the way. You know what I mean?
Not even that, bro. This guy, don't let him gas you, bro. This guy's like he's like a perfectionist, bro. He's like, he got rap OCD.
Oh my God.
Right.
So that's why I'm constantly having to tell him, like, bro, stop overthinking it. Like, and it'll be like a fire verse. This guy will find one bar that he's like, I could have said this word a little stronger, like.
Yeah. I used to be like that, yeah.
Bro, so I'm like, yo, you can't overthink it. So if it sounds too perfect,
it ain't perfect.
It ain't perfect.
Yeah. No character. That's one thing he told me about rapping is there's got to be character in your rap. You got to have character, not just your persona, but in your rap. You just need to have depth, and it needs to be felt.
Yeah.
You know?
But it has to feel like you're not trying to do it.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So wanted to ask you, Pro, what did you think of Cam the first time you heard him, right? First impressions are interesting, man. What did you get it when you first heard him? Like, were you impressed, or was it like you need to hear a couple joints, or?
I thought the shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, no bullshit. Dude hit me up, like I said, for the one record, and I was like, all right, this shit's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just the beat, but I like the beat choice, but I had to look into his catalog a little bit and shit. And, you know, I thought he was very talented when I heard him, bro. I'm like, damn, this guy's like, I don't know, man. I think Cam has the potential to do big things beyond rap music, you know, but it's still in music. You know, he can be a writer, whatever. Like, he does whatever. So the way I see it is like, this was like a good opportunity for me. you know, to just soak up creative energy from somebody in a different space than me.
How long have you wanted to do something like this for? Like, have you ever thought of doing anything remotely like this? Like, has it been in the back of your head the whole time, or?
I mean, for me, I'm constantly looking for different ways to push, like what I'm always trying to think of what else I could do, like outside of rap, or you know, a different way to push myself with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I said before, I kind of just when he came at me with the opportunity. One thing I liked about Cam too, he was like, you know, what's your number? You know what I mean? Like he puts his money into his craft. He invests in himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have did the shit for free just because of how hard he works, you know, and what he puts into his craft and the money he invests into himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I really respect what this man does, and that's why I signed on to do the project. You know, honestly, because I just seen another hungry artist, just like me. He hungry. He want people to respect his shit. So, and I'm always looking for that.
And it's dope that you're behind it. Like, you guys are both legitimately behind it. That's amazing.
Yeah, man. This is family right here.
For real.
It really is. Yeah, like. Because the thing is, bro, I always say this in sessions, like, you get to know this creative space is the most sacred space. To be able to share that with people and create in that sacred space with people creates a very strong bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you look at that as, like, this is like family, bro. Like, that's what it is. We share the part of ourselves we don't share with the rest of the world. We create in private. The world hears us, but we create in private. You got to be special to be here with us, you know? So, like, that's
why I don't ever be nobody here with us.
He records by himself. He's got his mic right here. He's always chilling, doing his. He doesn't let nobody else come in.
Right.
And so it's very. I'm the same way. If I have somebody walk in the room, like,
you know, like it fucks it up.
It kills the vibe. So it's different to share that. It creates a very strong bond and a different type of bond as well. It's like family in a way. It is.
So question: are either of you on edge with this release? Either of you?
In terms of what, reception?
Yeah, like I'm thinking more of pro. You know what I mean? Sometimes the hardcore hip hop heads, they're very particular. You know what I'm saying? Again, I think it's fire. But are you on edge at all, or you're comfortable?
Initially, I was. You know what I'm saying? Initially, I was. I can't lie. I was a little hesitant at first, but once again, it's like I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity to excel as a rapper or an artist. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna confine myself to no box. You know what I'm saying? I just refuse to do that. If I want to do tomorrow, turn around and do trap music, I'll do that because I can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at first I was a little apprehensive because, you know, like you said, a lot of these guys could be very particular as shit, but good music is good music. It doesn't matter who it's for. You know what I'm saying? The people that it's for, they'll get it.
And I respect it about you that you are stepping into this, I guess, soundscape, and you're you 100%. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna go across the way you guys hope it will. It did for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And I just want to say, as someone that has went through your catalog extensively, pro, you know, like, when I hear this one, it sticks out. You know what I mean? My antennas go up. You know what I'm saying? The sound is different. It's like a new life, almost. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a bump of energy, and I'm like, I fuck with it.
It's kind of like a preview of like what, you know, like what it could be. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Who the fuck knows where I take this music shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The problem with people is like, once you get to a certain level, you lose your sound. I want to maintain my sound, but show that I can do what I do you know, as good as anybody else and on anything else.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, guys, thank you again tremendously for sending me, being the sole person to hear this album. It's a fucking honor knowing the grind you guys have put in over the years, and you trust me with that. It's an honor. Anytime you want to send me anything in advance, it'll be my honor to peep it, let you know what I think, if you like. Looking forward to Friday. You know, I've been pushing this project on my side. I want people to hear it. I'm definitely going to hit up a lot of people in the DMs that like the clips, as I mentioned, and want to thank you guys for coming on again, man. And
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you.
And I just want to shout out everyone in the chat: Seven, Copra, Pete Twist, Tiff Bed, always in attendance, Brain Orchestra, so on and so forth. Any final words? You guys want to talk about what's next before we depart, or are we getting ahead of ourselves talking about what's next? I guess we got a good project ahead.
I'm gonna continue working with Cam, you know what I mean, behind the scenes on his future projects, you know what I'm saying? You know, we work out of the same space, so I see this guy all the time, you know what I mean? Down the line, you know what I mean, it might be Pardis 2, or we might have another restaurant we've been going to and stay with the restaurant theme, you know what I mean? But you know, I'll forever respect this guy. You know, we made this project together, and like you said, we kind of in the process became family. Yeah. You know, so there's a lot. You know what I mean? I know he's got a lot of projects coming up. I'm working on a few things. 2024, the first quarter is gonna be eventful.
Nice. Dope. So I'm gonna stay in tune with what you guys are dropping, and thanks again. Have a great night.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Of course.
I'll talk to you soon, Flo Rogan.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
You too, man. Be well. Thank you.
Peace.